Hey everyone! Today we're diving into Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, a novel that's full of mystery, love, loneliness, and the beauty of nature. But beyond the plot, what does this book really mean? Let's break it down. Imagine growing up completely alone in the wild, surrounded only by nature. That's the life of Kaya Clark, also known as the Marsh Girl. Abandoned by her family as a child, she raises herself in the marshes of North Carolina, finding comfort in the birds, water, and the changing tides. But the town people don't see her as a lonely girl. They see her as strange, untamed, and someone to be avoided. Despite her isolation, Kaya's life is touched by two young men. Tate, who teaches her to read and opens her world to knowledge, and Chase, the town's golden boy. But when Chase is found dead, all eyes turn to Kaya. Did the wild and mysterious Marsh Girl really do it? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Delia Owens weaves together a breathtaking mix of mystery, romance, and nature, creating a novel that's both heartbreaking and uplifting. It's a story of survival, love, and what it truly means to belong. Delia Owens is an American author, zoologist, and wildlife conservationist, best known for her best-selling novel, Where the Crawdads Sing. Before becoming a novelist, she spent decades studying wildlife in Africa, co-authoring several non-fiction books about her experiences. Her debut novel, Where the Crawdads Sing, took the literary world by storm, blending mystery, romance, and deep connections to nature. The story follows Kaya, the Marsh Girl, who grows up isolated in the North Carolina marshlands. With stunning prose and a gripping murder mystery, the book became a global sensation and was even adapted into a movie. Delia Owens' passion for nature shines through in her writing, making her a unique voice in modern literature. Have you read Where the Crawdads Sing yet? At its heart, Where the Crawdads Sing is a story about loneliness, not just the kind where you're physically alone, but the kind where you feel disconnected from the world around you. Kaya Clark, the Marsh Girl, is abandoned at a young age, first by her mother, then by her siblings, and finally by her abusive father. She is left completely on her own in the vast marshlands of North Carolina, with no one to guide or protect her. For Kaya, the marsh isn't just a place, it's her whole world. When her family abandons her, the marsh is what keeps her alive. Instead of being afraid of the isolation, she embraces it, learning to read the tides, track the seasons, and understand the behaviors of birds and animals. While most people see the marsh as a dangerous wild place, Kaya sees it as full of life and wisdom. The tall grasses, the quiet waters, and the creatures that inhabit them are her closest companions. She studies the patterns of birds, understanding how they mate, fight, and survive, lessons that later help her navigate relationships and human emotions. Throughout the novel, Delia Owens beautifully connects the natural world to human experiences. Nature isn't just something Kaya observes, it mirrors her emotions, her fears, and her joys. Love and belonging. The fireflies and mating rituals of birds symbolize connection and attraction. Kaya sees how different creatures find partners, which influences how she understands love, first with Tate and later with Chase. Fear and loneliness. The changing seasons reflect Kaya's emotional journey. The harsh winters mirror her deepest moments of despair, while the warmth of summer represents moments of happiness and hope. Survival and betrayal. In the wild, some creatures protect each other, while others deceive and hunt. Kaya learns that not everyone can be trusted. Just as some animals trick their prey, humans can also betray one another. This lesson becomes painfully clear in her relationships with the townspeople and Chase Andrews. Without school, parents, or friends, Kaya turns to nature for knowledge. She learns patience from herons, strategy from foxes, and strength from the tides. Even when she begins studying biology and publishing her research, it's all rooted in what she's observed firsthand in the marsh. Her deep connection with nature makes her different from others, but it also gives her wisdom and resilience, qualities that ultimately help her survive. Kaya is known as the Marsh Girl, a label that immediately sets her apart from the rest of the town. People whisper about her, make up stories, and assume the worst without ever getting to know her. Because she grows up alone in the marsh, without formal education or family, the townspeople see her as wild, unclean, and even dangerous, someone to be avoided rather than helped. Instead of welcoming her, they push her further into isolation, treating her as if she is less than them just because she lives differently. Even when she tries to attend school, she is mocked and judged, making it clear that she will never truly belong. Later, when Chase Andrews is found dead, Kaya is the first person they blame, not because of evidence, but because of who they think she is. The novel shines a light on how society often judges people based on appearances, class, and lifestyle, rather than seeing their true character. It makes us question our own biases. How often do we label someone as strange or outsider just because we don't understand them? Through Kaya's story, we are reminded that being different is not a crime, and that everyone deserves a chance to be seen for who they really are. Kaya's experience with love is both beautiful and heartbreaking, showing how love can lift us up, but also leave deep scars. Tate Walker is the first person who truly believes in her. He sees her intelligence, teaches her to read, and encourages her to share her love for nature with the world. With him, love feels safe, warm, and full of possibility. But when he leaves for college and doesn't return as promised, Kaya is reminded of what she's always known. People leave. Then comes Chase Andrews, who seems to offer her love and belonging, but his affection is selfish and deceptive. He makes her believe she is part of his world, only to betray her trust and humiliate her. Through these relationships, the book explores the different sides of love, the kind that helps us grow and the kind that breaks us. Kaya learns that love is not just about emotions, it's about trust. And when that trust is broken, the wounds run deep. Her journey teaches us that love, while powerful, is also fragile, and sometimes the people we trust the most can hurt us the worst. The murder mystery of Chase Andrews adds suspense to the story, keeping us hooked as the town searches for answers. But beneath the courtroom drama and small-town gossip, the real tension lies in what we think we know about Kaya. She has always been seen as an outsider, judged harshly by the people of Barkley Cove, so when she is accused of murder, it feels like they were just waiting for a reason to condemn her. As the trial unfolds, we're forced to question not just Kaya's innocence, but also society's fairness. Does she even stand a chance against their judgment? And then the final twist changes everything. Without giving too much away, the ending challenges our ideas about morality, justice, and survival. It leaves us wondering, was justice really served? Did Kaya ever truly escape the labels the world put on her? The story doesn't offer easy answers, but that's what makes it so powerful. It lingers in our minds, long after we've turned the last page. Where the Crawdads Sing is a story about loneliness, resilience, love, and survival. It follows Kaya Clark, a girl abandoned by her family and forced to grow up alone in the wild marshlands of North Carolina. The townspeople label her as the Marsh Girl, treating her as strange and unworthy simply because she is different. But instead of breaking under their judgment, Kaya finds strength in nature, learning everything from reading to biology on her own. The novel explores how society judges outsiders, often fearing or rejecting what it doesn't understand. Kaya experiences both kind and cruel forms of love, from Tate, who teaches her and believes in her, to Chase, who deceives her and represents the darker side of relationships. At the heart of the story is also a murder mystery, which keeps us guessing and questioning what justice really means. More than anything, this book makes us think about human nature, how we treat those who don't fit in, how love and betrayal shape us, and how sometimes survival means making impossible choices. With its mix of beautiful nature writing, deep emotions, and gripping mystery, Where the Crawdads Sing stays with us long after we've finished reading. Where the Crawdads Sing isn't just a murder mystery, it's a powerful story about human nature, survival, love, and belonging. It makes us appreciate the beauty of the natural world, while also questioning the way society treats those who don't fit in. So, what do you think? What stood out to you in this book? Let's comment.